Welcome back. In this tutorial, we're going to design the user profile page. This will have some key information like the account, the business details, KYC, withdrawal, and all that. So we're going to, again, let me zoom in a bit, and the page should come immediately after this, right? So go aside. I'm going to select all this, then move them a bit. Okay, that's fine there. So now let's select our frame of the same iPhone we're using and just update it to 1000. All right, so this will be user profile as a page name. So I'm zooming, you can see it clearly. Okay, now in this user profile here, we're going to put all the key information that's supposed to be there. So select the frame and go and add your grid layout. That's the column count, that is 4 from our design system. So we take our text tool and write account, and go and change the font to 16 bold from our design system and take it somewhere around here. Can duplicate that, Alt key drag, then we'll write sign out. Now this sign out text, we're going to update it with the touch day 16 and go and choose 14. I think we have 14 medium, right? Go and look for 14 medium. That's it. Then we'll change the font to red. So this red should be DB1616. Then it's just shouting C22424. So let's add it to our design system and name it red. Okay, let's create a variable like that. So now you're going to select the two and make sure they are properly aligned and make sure they are towards the edges of the frame like this. So you can now group them together. So let's take another frame and draw it. That is going to be 350. Okay, then let's give it background fill of dark, that is the 01 YE1EYA. Then give it a corner radius of 20. Okay, now in this frame, let's take another frame and draw a frame like this. Gonna be 70 by 70 in dimension. So let's give it a background fill of white and corner radius of 50. Okay, then this will show the two initial letters of the user. So I'm going to take text tool and write SP. Just put any two initials and put it inside the frame of the circle. Then this should go inside the inner frame and align it. Okay, and the Y position should be 25. All right, so we're gonna take text tool and we'll just write a random name for the user. Okay, so and this text should go beneath there, and the color should be white. Okay, then let's take text again and write the user's email. So you can put any email of your choice and also any name of your choice. So you take it there and also put it on that there and update the color to white. Now one more thing, this username, you update it back to 16 medium, and this you leave it to 14 medium as it is. Okay, so before we proceed, we select the three together, that is the name, profile name, the name and that of it, and we give it vertical spacing and update it to 5. I can now group them and put it into the center of the frame. So now we're going to select this frame and go back to our design panel and name this group as user profile section. Okay, so let's take another frame of width 350 and height to, let's see, 40. Yeah, 40 is fine. So let's give it background shade of this off-white. Okay, then we're going to go to our poster icon and look for core. And that's customer service. Okay, let's look for customer service. Okay, so let's keys of this, then we take it inside the frame. Okay, so now let's take a text tool and write need help and a question mark. Then we'll duplicate that and write contact us. Okay, and the contact us text, we're going to change it back to 12 regular. Okay, so we select the two texts together, align them. Let's remove the spacing to 2. So select the two of them and bring it inside the frame like this. Okay, let's reduce the spacing to 1 and group them together. Okay, now select this frame and let's increase the dimension to 26 by 26. Okay, and change the background fill to this darker off-white. Okay, let me zoom in clearly so that you see it. The frame, let's increase it again. Let's see 30. 30 is fine, so 30 is better. So now select your scale tool and scale down only the icon in the frame and put it into the center of the frame. So you can scale it down to this particular dimension. Now select the outer frame and give it corner radius of just 10. 10 is too much. 5. All right, so that's perfect there. So this spacing between the text is still too much. Let's just move it to 0. Now let's select the contact text and change the opacity to just 80. Then it's better this way. So let's go to our phosphor icon again and search for link. External link. Good, it's already there. So we're gonna pick this and put it inside our frame here. Okay, so you can drag it towards the edge of the frame like this. Okay, so what is this dimension of this inner icon? It's about 19, right? So let's scale it down to 19. Oh, it's already 18. Okay, that's fine. You leave it to that 18 and leave the color as it is. So let's make sure it's aligned properly. So now let's select the frame together, that is the text frame and the icon frame. Select align them like this and give the spacing between them to 5. All right, so you can now group them, then select that one and go and select the icon in the frame. Excuse me. I select the text frame and align them properly like this. They are going outside the frame. I want them to be inside the frame. Yes, it's fine if they cannot do together. Just select one and align it, and also select the second one and align it. So the second one is already aligned. So now let's select this frame. Just give it corner radius of 5 as well. Let's give it this effect of drop shadow like this. Okay, so let's go to the shadow effect and reduce it to just 2. All right, that's better. Okay, can zoom out now and take it up a bit. This icon is not inside the frame, so we have to make sure it's inside the frame. No wonder it was giving us issue. So we now align it to the respect to the, and so now it's inside the frame. Can put them like that. Okay, so to make it faster, we're going to duplicate this and update the heights and the icons. So the height of this frame, let's make it 60. All right, so this time we're going to add some information here as well. So here we delete this and take our text to our right account, and this should be 16. Sorry, that's not 16. What size was this? This was 14 medium. So similar to this, so delete this and go back to 14 medium. The 14 medium. All right, that's it. So take it up, and now we'll go and look for user from our phosphor icon. Already have it open. Just select for user. We'll select this tool and bring it here inside the frame. Okay, so now let's see, we can scale it. Alright, it's fine. So take another text, duplicate that one, and write here personal details. Okay, so in this personal details should be 12. I think we have it there, right? The one we just added. Not updated this. I hope they are the same, right? See, so what size it is? 12 regular. Okay, then we put it there on the. So we select the icon and the height of the text, and update the color of these two. 80%. Okay, so I select the two together and align them like this. That's bit inside. So what I'm going to do, I'll detach it out from the frame and delete the main frame that come with it. Now select the two, and let's see, we can scale it a bit. So I'll take it like this. Alright, and then take it up a bit. No, okay, that's fine. So you should leave it 20 by 18. So now bring it back to the frame. Select the two and align them properly. This alignment is okay. And the spacing between them to 5, please. Then you group them together. Alright, so that's fine. Now select the text and this and align them to the left, and the spacing between them to 5 as well, and also group them together. Now we're going to maintain the X spacing. So the X spacing of these was 5, right? 11, so you make it 10. Similarly to this, with respect to the frame, to also be 10. Okay, but I press, so also be 10. Okay, so let's search for arrow from our post icon and choose this one, and this one will come here this time, and we're going to delete this one. Make sure you delete it with the frame that come with it. Then we'll put this one inside the frame towards the edge and align it with respect to the center of the frame. Okay, so you can select the two together and just align them like this. That's perfect. So we can now group them together. Alright, so we're going to proceed. We'd like all of this to be in single frame, right? So for us to achieve that, we'll simply increase the height of this frame. Then this selection here that is in the same group, let's just make it a component. Shift A to just make it a component. Okay, so that it will serve as a frame on its own. Then we can now add a stroke, partial stroke to it. Now this stroke, we are going to modify it. We only want it to be at the bottom, and we want it to be outside. Okay, so and the thickness too is a kind of that, so we're going to give it padding so that the line will not be directly attached to the. So come here, attach put padding. Let's see 5. All right, 5 is okay. You can see the line is no more attached to the. So we're going to update the stroke color to something fainted. So I think we have this. That's better. So now we take it up a bit. All right, that's okay. So now select the main frame and let's update the height. Let's make it 500 so that we can include other components inside it. All right, so let's go to our first icon and search for business. There is this particular icon I want. I didn't see it. Let's search for shop. Okay, I think we can make use of this one. So let's bring it here outside that frame. Then let's detach it from the main frame and delete the frame. Okay, so we'll bring it here and take our text tool. You can simply, okay, this one group. Let's take our text tool and write business. Details. Okay, now the business details should be 12 on our design system. 80 as well. Should have. You can add it, update it to 80 and add it to a design system so that you won't be doing that over and over again. So this one too, we'll make it 80 for the opacity, right? So we're going to select this and that as well. Spacing between them, then it's 5. Then you align them properly. Okay. So here we're going to group them and let's make a duplicate of this arrow. Excuse me. Only the arrow and bring it down. Okay, so select the 2 of them again and add auto layout to them. Then we can also give it a stroke. Bring the stroke outside and also make the stroke to be only the bottom part and also give it padding of that. What's our padding here? Padding was 5, so here should be 5 as well. Then the stroke color to that of our off-white. Okay, so we proceed to the next one. Remember to align them here and also increase the width. Okay, that's perfect. So we're going to go back to our plugins and search for KYC. Let's see if we can get it. It's not there. And search for verification icon. So this verification icon, we're going to select this one that has tick mark. Okay, so that's fine. Select it and touch it outside the frame and delete the main frame. Okay, so now we are going to take our text again and write KYC and the verification. Alright, so now we're going to update the text back, detach this one, take it to 12. Regular, and also update it to 80%. Okay, so now we're going to duplicate this arrow as well. Only the arrow. Alt key and drag down and keep it there. So like this. Now select the text and the icon and make their spacing to 5 and also align them. Then you can now group them. Then before we group them together, the X spacing is supposed to be 5. So now select the two to the text and that of the icon and align them like this. Then Shift A to also add auto layout and give it a stroke. Then padding of 5. And the stroke should be outside and the color should be this. Okay. So we are gradually moving. So the next one, let's go to our icons and search for bank. So we'll make use of this. Keep it here. Okay. Detach it out and delete the frame. So bring it back. Going to write take a text and write withdrawal. Okay, withdrawal. Bank details. Alright, so this will also be updated to 80%. Then 12. Regular, okay, sorry, I didn't 12 regular. Then 80% as well. And the KYC too is updated back to 80%. Only the icon. So now we're going to select the two and align them, and also the spacing to 5. Then we'll group them and their X spacing to 5 as well. So come here and also copy this. Now select the two, align them, or just add auto layout. Shift A to do that. Then add your stroke. Then to be in the bottom as well, outside, and 80%. Okay, sorry. That color. Then the padding 5. Alright, so we are done with that as well. Let's scroll up and continue. So here I think we are done with this frame. So now we can select the main frame as this, right? And just close it. I think we need another frame again. So you close it like that. Okay. So in this case here, alright, that's fine. That's fine. There's something I want to check first. Okay, this KYC, we have not modified the stroke, so we want it to be at the bottom only, right? So I think that's fine. So before we proceed now, we're going to select them one after the other and distribute the vertical spacing to be equal. So that's about 24. Let's make it 20. Okay. So here Can now group them together and put them into the center of the main frame like this. So this is better. One more thing again, I noticed we can still make some little adjustments for the icons alone, so that they won't be at the edges like that. So let's select only the icons and see. Okay, we cannot move them because of the auto layout. Okay, let's see how we can achieve that. Now if you remove the auto layout, it will affect. Let's see if we can remove it and adjust it manually. Okay, yes, doesn't affect the padding. So you take it almost there. So we're going to select each and every one of them now, or remove the auto layout and make little adjustments so that the icons will align properly. I don't want it to be towards the edge of the main frame. So we're going to select only the icons now. So now you can align them like this. Then let's take them, excuse me, let's take them inside. Then that's okay. Or then leave it like that. Okay, this is better. So now let's move on. Let's see what we're going to do now is to create another small frame like that. So we'll just duplicate this frame and put it under. Then we're going to change only the text. So in the text here, we'll just delete this text and take our text. Let's look for card. Can make use of this. Okay, I will bring it here. Can also detach it out and delete the main frame. Let me zoom in so that you see it clearly. So here we take our text tool and write. I'll just detach this, make use of the text. Okay, so that we can move faster. So let's just copy it here and write manage cards. Okay, so manage cards. Then this icon here, we're going to change it to and make use of this same verification icon. So you can ungroup them first. So only take the verification icon and bring it here, and also update this one to withdraw fonts. So we do that. So now let's go back to the first one and just align it properly. So select the card and also update the color to 80% and select the text and the card and make it 5. Then also align them together and group them in their X space to be 5 from the left. Okay, so now I'm going to bring it and select this icon, then also align them together. Just bring them down like this. Okay, so that's all right. So similarly, we select this and that, and this, and also align them, and their spacing to 5 as well. Then you can group them and select the icon. X spacing to 5, sorry. I think it is outside the frame, that is why we have to make sure we put it in the frame. Let me see, okay, yeah, it's there. So the reason why we are not seeing it, the X position, is because of the frame here. Each and every line has frame, so this one doesn't have frame. That's why the X position is not working. So in that case, I'll just make use of this and replace the text to that. Okay, since they have the same. Alright, so now we can select the two and update that. Okay, so that's perfect. We can remove this and also remove this. Okay, so now let's take this frame up, take it off here. Remember, this thing has to be uniform, that is the icon. So select this icon alone, select this icon also. Okay, let's position the frame first. Okay, that's fine. We don't need to tamper with that. So now I'm going to modify this more, that is the icon, and this to 5, and the X spacing to 5 on the left. Okay, so that's fine now. So one thing I notice again, this frame and this frame, they are not the same width, so we are going to adjust that. Now they are in the same width, and after that is tempered, we also need to adjust this back to the same position with the other one. If you're not getting it, just select this and that other one under, then you can align them using your alignment tool like this. Then now they are in the same alignment. Okay, so now we can delete this last one and close the frame height to that. Okay, one thing we like to do is to remove this line from here, that is a stroke for this second frame here. It's not necessary, so we just remove it, and here we take this inner frame up like this. Okay, then we select here and also reduce the frame again, so the frame should just be 100 in height. Then you select the inner frame and just align it to the center of the main frame like this. Alright, then that's fine now. Okay, so one last thing, let's take our text and write here wallet. Okay, and that will be 16 bold on our design system. Are we using 16? I think we're using 14 medium, sorry, 14 medium. Alright, that's perfect now. I'm also they are aligned together, and this is a bit far. Okay, I think this is where the error comes in. This is 5. This is not 5. So they have to be the same alignment. Select the two and make sure they're in the same alignment. Alright. Okay, that's perfect now. So we'll need one more section. So let's just duplicate this last frame by this. Okay. So here we'll update this text to security. Okay, and align it. Alright. So we're going to change this text to change password. Okay, and also make this spacing. Now we'll update this icon to shield. Search for security. Just make use of this. Okay, the color back to 80 opacity. Select the text and align them. Their spacing to 5 and group them. Okay, so this second one will change it to delete account. Okay, so change it to delete account, and here will be delete. Let's look for icon on our first icon, delete. It's not there. We can make use of this icon, it's not bad. So delete this one and replace it with this. Okay, so we're going to take this one out and delete the main frame and put it back where it's supposed to be. So now one thing again, we have to keep consistency in everything we do here. Alright, since we are duplicating is fine. Some of them I want the dimension to be the same or true, but some of them they have different dimension, so it's okay. 18 is fine. So we update this to 80 path. Select the two of them, the icon and the text. Then we change the fill to global red and align them. Okay, so and the spacing between them to 5, and you can now group them together. Okay, so far I think we're done. So now we have all this ready. Okay, so then that's all about the user profile. Now let's zoom out and do the necessary alignment. So we're going to select the text and the user profile, their vertical spacing, and give it to just 30. Okay, so now we select this one and that one too and make it 30 as well. Okay, so now we're going to select this and the last one and give the vertical spacing to 15. Okay, so align them into the center of the frame, then group them. Then you can go to our layer panel and name this group as user profile detail. Okay, so there's gonna be more to do. Let's align it, please. Which is going to be each and every one of these arrows you are seeing. They are simply telling you they are clickable. They are directing you to a page or an overlay. So we'll see how we can design that. I'm also going to give you a project. So take your time and do that, design that, make an overlay in such a way if the user click on personal detail, an overlay opens that it display the personal details and the rest of that. That's that. We're going to submit it via the email. Then one last thing, let's see, make sure everything is perfect here. That's all. So that's all for the user profile page. So now we are done with it. We can close it a bit. Let's say 900. That 1000 is not bad. So now I'm going to zoom out and make a duplicate of the main page and put it inside. So let's select these 3 pages and move them to the right a bit. Then this one will bring it down. Then we'll duplicate this here and keep it here. Okay, then we're going to name this to user profile. Then we will rename this one back to user profile content. Okay, so now we'll detach the page, inner page that is already here. Excuse me. Detach it out and just delete that one. Then we're going to take this one and put it inside this frame and align it to the center and take it up. So you should have something like this. So let's group them together and select them together and bring them back. So now we are done with the user profile and that's it. So we can preview it and see how it is. So let's preview that. So this is the user profile and it's quite okay and it's scrollable. So that is perfect. So we're going to stop here for this. In the next video, we're going to connect the prototype from the login screen to the dashboard and these other ones we just did before we now proceed to design the pages for each and every one of this service section and other section that are remaining. See you in the next lecture.